She was sipping her morning coffee when the crash echoed across the valley. The bridge, the one the HOA had built right through her private land, had finally collapsed. Trucks, signs, and Karen herself stood on the other side, staring in shock. Within minutes, her phone buzzed, a lawsuit notice. "You're being sued for negligence," it read. She almost laughed. Negligence. On land they stole from me. Karen, the HOA president, marched up shouting, "You should have maintained the bridge. It's your property." "Exactly," she replied calmly, "my property, which you had no right to touch." But Karen smirked, waving her clipboard. "We have the community's backing. You'll lose." She said nothing, only glanced toward her cabin, where a camera light blinked red. Every single meeting, every unauthorized build, every text message Karen sent pretending she had permission, recorded. As she turned back, she whispered, "You built on my land without consent. Now, you'll pay for every plank of it." The first twist was coming, and the HOA had no idea what kind of storm they'd just woken up. By noon, the small town courthouse was packed. Karen strutted in wearing her wide hat and fake confidence, whispering loudly to the other HOA board members, "She's gonna cry when she sees the repair bill. 50 grand. Minimum." The woman, calm and steady, walked in alone, no lawyer beside her, no papers in her hand. Just a small flash drive and a quiet smile. The judge looked up. "You're being sued by the Homeowners Association for structural negligence. How do you plead?" She leaned forward. "Not guilty, Your Honor. In fact, I'd like to countersue for illegal construction, property theft, and environmental damage." Karen's smug grin froze. "You can't just—" "Oh, I can," the woman interrupted, sliding the flash drive onto the table. "Every frame, every conversation, every unauthorized meeting, recorded right here. You see, my property has had hidden security since before that bridge even existed." The courtroom projector flickered to life. There it was, a video of Karen's crew trespassing, drilling signs into the dirt, and laughing as they said, "She'll never find out, it's just a bridge." Karen's attorney sank into his seat. But the woman wasn't done. She clicked again, this time showing emails. HOA members approving construction without permits. Bank transfers. Even Karen's signature on a fake authorization form. The judge's tone changed. "Mrs. Brown, you're saying they built all of this without consent?" "Yes, sir. On private land. My land. And when it fell apart, they tried to blame me." Karen stammered, "She's lying. That land, that bridge." But then came the final nail. The woman reached into her bag and pulled out a rolled-up document, a certified federal land survey. "This map," she said softly, unrolling it, "shows this entire section, including the bridge, is protected under my late father's veteran property deed. It's federal land, which means when they built that bridge," she looked directly at Karen, "they committed a federal crime." The courtroom went dead silent. The judge leaned back slowly, eyes wide. "Ma'am, do you realize what this means?" "Oh, I do," she replied. "It means the HOA just sued a federal landowner for damage to their own illegal bridge." Karen's voice cracked. You set us up." "No," the woman said coldly. "You set yourself up." And that's when the judge hit the gavel and said, "Case dismissed. But we'll be opening an investigation into the HOA immediately." Karen's face went white. The crowd gasped. And as the woman turned to leave, she paused by Karen's trembling shoulder and whispered, "You should have asked who owned the ground you were standing on, before you built your bridge." The revenge had only just begun, because she wasn't finished with the HOA yet. Karen stood outside the courtroom, shouting at reporters, "She tricked us. She's lying." But before she could finish, two federal agents stepped out of a black SUV. One of them showed a badge and said, "Karen Thompson. You're under investigation for unauthorized construction on protected land." Her voice cracked. "Wait, that land wasn't." The agent cut her off. "It was. And the owner just handed us proof signed by the Department of Veterans Affairs." Karen's knees gave out. The woman who had stayed silent the whole time just walked past her, calm and composed, whispering, "Next time, don't build bridges on land you don't own." The cameras flashed. Justice had finally flipped the story, and this time, the HOA wasn't walking away.